let's talk about international some more. How did you go about picking where to build your international operations?
First of all, you have to pick the countries where there's a lot of money in, right? So the biggest economies. You don't want to spread yourselves too thin. After US, Europe is the first market that most companies should be thinking about. And in Europe, the three biggest economies are UK, Germany, and France. So that's where we look at. We have to have our presence there. So now you have to. So that's the first part of it. Like, where do you hire your sales reps, and where do you want to generate business? You don't want to spread yourselves too thin early on. So that's the first part. Second is like, where do you set your operations? Because for modern SaaS companies, there is a big inside sales operations. You have the back office of sales kind of operational center. And there is debate on like where it should be in Europe. Like, people look at Ireland and Netherlands and UK. My approach to that is like, it really comes to finding the right sales leader. So the rule that I have followed is like, let's find the leader first, and let's pick the location based on where the leader is, or let the leader pick it. Instead of like, you pick the location and now you're restricted by what leader you can hire to work there. Because your success will depend on the quality of sales leadership you will be able to hire there. So why restrain that by picking the location first?
That makes
so that's the model we have followed.
Okay, and you've mentioned this modern approach, freemium, etc. Can you talk a little bit about what exactly AppDynamics does? It's a little bit of freemium, free trial. Explain that a little more, and do you think this is the new way to sell product?
Definitely. In my mind, there is no doubt about it. Like, the most organizations, if you think of like even very large enterprises, the biggest thing they're tired of from software vendors is that software is too high risk. That's too high risk because if you look at like the stats on 80 to 90% of software becomes shelfware, or people just don't get much value out of it. So and that is the biggest risk in there. And your whole sales process is built around minimizing that risk, and like or proving that the risk is low. And then and most people over like the last 2 decades have become so skeptical about it, so that becomes a big expensive part of your process. So how do you address that? Is by, first of all, building the products that really solve value very quickly. And how do you prove it? By giving the product for people to try for as low cost as possible, which is close to free. So and what it does, it has so much impact on how you can do everything. Your cost of sales start coming down. Your sales cycles start getting shortened because you've established a lot of that proof point already before your sales guys got engaged. And the second thing is like, you can go into so many places, even with a smaller company, where like only the likes of IBM and HPs had access to in the past. So the model that we follow is for 15 days you get our full product for free, and it takes less than 10 minutes to get started. So we are selling into like some of the most complex enterprises in the world, but we have designed our product that it does work like that. And the whole sign-up experience is extremely simple and easy. The getting started experience is extremely simple and easy. But after 15 days, also it converts into a freemium kind of model. So it's free forever after that, and it's about 10 to 15% of the functionality and we call it the AppDynamics Lite. So you can keep AppDynamics Lite free forever, because and our model there is, if people are using that lightweight functionality and we are giving some value for free. Because people are not ready at that time to buy, whenever they're ready to buy, they're getting value from it. We'll get that business at some point. So that's how we do it.